Hey guys, you're watching the one and only. My name is AJ. Welcome to the last video celebrating 100,000 subscribers for the channel. It's the moment you've all been waiting for. It's the original City World. I've gone ahead and downloaded the natural texture pack, which has always been my favorite texture pack for the console versions of Minecraft. It's a texture pack that I always used. I tried to use it for absolutely everything that I could. And I think the whole city world would look quite weird without it, because obviously the texture pack does quite change certain things, certain ways that you build and certain blocks that you use. So we had to get it. So we're back on the original. Oh, I'm looking forward to this. This is the moment, guys. This is the defining moment. This series is what kick-started the channel. I think this series was probably the best series that I've ever done. In fact, like subscriber growth wise, while this series was going, I was gaining an incredible amount of subscribers, more than what I actually gain now, in fact. But that's down to multiple reasons. You know, that's down to Minecraft being a lot bigger at the time of recording this in comparison to now. It was also because console Minecraft had only just recently come out, so there's a new community for it. So yeah, there's a few little reasons around it. Oh right, and we've got a longer render distance, so this world would have never looked better than what we're going to see today. We've got a police car to start us off with a flashing light. Okay, here's our map. Let's just check it. I don't think my left bumper... Oh, it does. Oh, no, it doesn't. My left bumper on my controller is like bust ass. There we are, guys. Nearly an entire original map filled with hand-placed blocks. There's no world edit on console, obviously. Every single block that we've got here is 100% placed by me. Okay, so let's start off then. We've got the town hall, the first build. This was actually built before the series started. I remember building this. I was waiting to pick up my girlfriend from, I think she was at her parents or something, or doing something one night, and it was about 2:30 in the morning, and I was in an Xbox party call with a few friends, and I just started building, and over the next few hours I ended up with this. I thought, hey, you know what, it'd be really cool if I built an entire city around this town hall, and boom, we sort of did, pretty much. It's really quite cool, but I've done the inside and outside. So the first episode of the original city series is just a world tour of this, or like a tour of this building. But a really cool interior, very magnificent. You know, imagine a load of the townspeople come here to discuss. I don't like the new skyscraper that's built over there. It blocks the view of, I don't know, my pigeon. I like to see my pigeon in the morning. Zono land. But yeah, there's a load of rooms here. I'm not going to go through every single room in the house. I can't do that. We don't have time. It's too big. And then this opposite is the mayor's house, which you guys might recognize from the Minecadia series, which is a multiplayer server series that we had, an SMP server way back, way back in the day of the channel starting. And yeah, I still see some of the old Minecadia guys about. I know some of them are still doing YouTube even. But that was the house that we built on survival, and then we decided to build it on the city world in creative, as like a tutorial really. But it's pretty much an exact replica. The floor designs and everything are pretty much identical. A lot of work went into this house though. We've got, you know, what do you call them? Trapdoors going around the top for some coving detail. Yeah, a lot of detail, but it was designed to be a survival house, which is why we've got an enchantment table down here. We've got a storage room, see, in here, where we had it. Everything was exactly how we had it. Exactly how we had it. I love that rug design as well. Swimming pool, just because we've got to have some, like, creature comforts. Over this side, we'll just do this as a quick world tour. Dining room with some big chairs using doors as the backs. Kitchen, garage. I don't think there was anything in here that was just like decoration wise as well. Bathroom, and then this went down to the basement where I had farms. Yeah, it's not down there in this version. But in the actual Minecadia house, we had a load of farms down there. I wonder if the guys still have that world. I doubt it. But yeah, and then there's up here's just bedrooms and stuff. Bedroom. Upstairs bathroom. Master bedroom that actually had the bed in the middle of the bed. Because obviously, yeah, see? Obviously it was a survival home, so we had to have a real bed somewhere in there. And then, office. And more rooms. Games room. Alright, anyway, we need to speed this up. We need to do actual world tour stuff. To the left here is my real life house. A pretty close replica still. I mean, a few things have changed on my real life house, but it's pretty similar. It's my car, my convertible car down there that I still drive. This is where I am right now. In fact, let's go inside. I'll sit exactly where I'm sitting. Okay, so I'll go through. This is my lounge. I go through here. This is the room that I'm in at the moment. Oh, no, this has changed a lot, actually. I no longer have my desk here. My desk is now along here. This is the weights machine that is no longer in the room. But that is the TV that I'm looking at right now. And I'm sitting about here at the moment because my microphone is hooked up to my computer. So I can't have it too far away from me, obviously, because I can't sit that far away because of the wire. And I'm looking at the screen like this. And I'm talking. That's really weird. Alright, cool. We'll jump out of here. That fireplace is running at the moment as well. So we're nice and cozy and warm because we're getting towards winter. Right. Where should we go? Let's work our way down from the top left. Or work our way down like in a snake pattern. I don't mind if this episode ends up being a little bit longer. So this series ended because of this. Roads. Roads were so awkward, or still are, so awkward to build by hand. Every block has to be placed by hand. There's no copying and pasting, and it was taking just forever, which is the main reason why the series stopped. Is that I burnt myself out by just building roads. So we got a couple of more mansions down here, more modern looking mansions as opposed to our like old school mansions that we saw last episode. You know, we've got a swimming pool here that you can sort of see through into the ground level. Really, really cool. Really modern colours. Really, really cool designs. I've always liked those two mansions. They look a little bit cartoony in a way, but I think that's just that's the texture pack, and two, the colours are now enhanced, aren't they, on Minecraft Xbox One, so the colours are a little bit more brighter than they once were. So this is the farming area, big agricultural area out here. Massive farms to feed the entire city. Well, that's sort of what it's meant to give the impression of. Big old wheat farms. Did we do an interior to this? Oh, it actually looks like we did. You know, I don't even remember building this. How sad is that? We never done an entrance to it, though. Because, again, roads sucked. And I just never wanted to build roads. Which is why, like, all of this is just out on its own. If there were roads between it, it would actually look a lot more completed. Little camping area with caravans. Horse racing track. What does that say? Victor Down. The Victor Down. Victor Down. I don't know why they called it that, but it's called the Victor Down. We've got satellite. Hand built. So you got to give me a little bit of credit, right? Nowadays, I would just go sphere, click, type in the sphere command and we'd be done. But no, we didn't have that on console, so I had to build this by hand and eye. And I don't think I done that bad of a job. So that's a satellite sort of dish here, getting a load of spacey stuff. Here's our original space shuttle. We just recently finished our new one. Or have we finished it yet? Or are we doing it? Because I recorded a little bit ahead of time. We probably nearly finished it at least. This is the original one. This is all it was. Just one building, the tower and the shuttle. I actually prefer this shuttle to our new one. But I prefer our new rocket. Our new rocket looks a million times better. But this shuttle looks a little bit more streamlined than the one on our new one. But yeah. Different builds for different worlds. The airport. I think most people's sort of favourite build. Or should we... I should really grab these as well. That's a really cool building as well. I didn't even look at the building on the horse racing track. It's actually like a diagonal building. We don't have any of those on the new city that I can think of that actually sort of are built at a slant deliberately. Like there's a straight bit and a slant bit. We'll have to do that. Remember that inspiration. Yeah, let's do the No, we'll just go to the Space Center. I'll try to do a way that we cover as much as I possibly can. So yeah, here's the airport. We've got some Boeings on the floor here. A really cool sort of military jet blasting over the top. Very thin, you know, pincer wings. Helicopter at the back here. Little private helicopter. Little Cessna plane. Yeah, really cool little build here. It's not as big as the main airport Hunger Games that we saw a few days ago. But it was inspired off that. So inside, you know, we've got very sort of similar. On this side, we've got some shops and stuff. It's just like a smaller version. And on this side, we've got all the ticket booths and immigration and security and a waiting room up here. So it's very similar in a layout way, but just in a more confined space. 99.9 Zono FM, the local radio station with a little mini radio tower there. The scale for this city and our new city are relatively similar. Well, no, I think we're working on a smaller scale, in fact, in this city. You know, the airport is a lot smaller than the airport in our new city. I think the buildings, the roads are a little bit thinner, I think, or they feel a little bit thinner at least, in this compared to our new city. That feels a lot shorter than what we would build it in the new city. It's quite strange that, you know, we've slowly sort of increased our scale. But yeah, a bit, it's not Big Ben. Well, it is Big Ben, isn't it? Big Ben's the bell. I can't remember what the building is called, though. Westminster Abbey, I can't remember. Something like that. So here's some skyscrapers. Some cool skyscrapers, actually, for the blocks that we had available at the time. You'll see that in the area that we're roughly around now, we'll have a very limited amount of blocks, because at the time there wasn't really much to choose from. But the further out you get, the further south you get of the city, the more variety of blocks that get used, because the more updates that came out. So over here, you know, we're using ice and just like a single block, really. Some really cool skyscrapers. So we've got like a yin and yang building. So we've sort of got a curved white one and a straight black one. Sort of like inverse, opposites of each other. And then a bridge connect them together. I think it was pretty cool. Really, one of my favourite skyscrapers I think I've ever built, because of that little blue line design that we've got going up the side there. Might do that in the new city. Here's the original half-built skyscraper. We used this as inspiration for our new, more updated version. Yeah, really cool. More skyscrapers and stuff around here. Very, very cool. Let's head over this way. We'll sort of come back on ourselves. Yeah, another skyscraper. We've got the hospital over here. I like the shape of this hospital. I definitely prefer our new one, though. Our new hospital, I think, looks a lot better than this one. But I do like the shape of this one. I like the little sort of bowl dome on the top. More of a mansion over here. I think this was a subscriber-built house, from what I remember. I think I done 2 competitions at the time where you could come onto this world and build your own house on the world. And this was one of the houses that someone built. And the other one, I think, is down by the marina, if I remember correctly. It's weird if I would remember that. So we've got a row of houses here. Really cool little build. Row of houses, sort of conjoined ones, with a little dirt path to get up to them in their own private car park. And out the back, we've got a bit of a park out here. Oh, with car park around the back there as well. And then a strange choice of red blocks here. I think that has been enhanced. The texture's been changed, because there's no way that we would have used that. 100%. A nice small little couple of buildings there. Fuel tanker. That was a tutorial house, I'm sure. I think that might have been... Oh, this is the Empire State Building, is it? Or inspired from the Empire State Building, I think. Just on a slightly smaller scale, obviously. What we got down here? We've got some row of shops. Old school row of shops. Really cool design, actually. I wouldn't mind building something... I know we've got row of shops, but using maybe this as inspiration for the other side that I know we need to do in our current city. Primary school down here. Still, actually, for some reason, a popular video to this day. I still get a lot of views on that. Got some more mansions over here and some smaller houses on the other side. Almost, you could tell that it was going to be a rainbow row. Look, pink house, blue house, yellow house. But again, using the same sort of design, so using quartz as the accenting, and the same roof, block, very similar styles, but just with a different base color. And then this is my high school, my real high school, a pretty much exact clone of my real high school. In fact, still remember this building. This was the English block. This was mostly the maths block. Over that side was the science block, pretty much. Tennis courts, apart from I think we had 6 tennis courts. The field with the football pit or rugby pitch, and football ground. Again, that was bigger, but because of space constraints, we had to shrink it up a little bit. This was the music block. This was the canteen. This was the new block that became like physical, not physical education. What was it like? We called it PAL, preparation for adult life. But every school has their own version for it. RE, religious education, that kind of thing was there. This was the music block, the language block. We had French and Spanish and German. Sports hall, art was down here. Those were the 2 art ones. This was design and technology, and woodworking and graphics building here. And then this little part in the middle was where you got changing rooms for the gym, which had like a sports hall in it, basketball hoops and stuff like that. This one was another science block. This was mostly chemistry, and the one over there was mostly biology. The toilets, girls' toilets and boys' toilets. Yeah, again, that's the canteen and kitchen. Have I missed anything? It's weird how you still know this. It's been nearly 10 years since I left, nearly a decade since I left high school, and I still remember it. And then this was geography and history, and some IT as well. As an IT room at the end, but IT rooms were spread out throughout. This was the courtyard. How amazing that I still remember all that. How crazy. And then there was some mobiles at the back here, but we didn't fit them in because we were right at the edge of the world, I think. Yeah, and when it was built on 360, you can see this was like the limit that the world would let you reach. You can see the water just stop on our custom river. But yeah, awesome. Okay, so we'll head back over this way now. So much to look at. I don't care how long this episode goes on for. We're just going to enjoy this. This is the last celebratory video of 100,000 subscribers, so I want to make the most of it, and then I can I'll shut up about it after that. Okay, guys, you won't have to listen to me talk about it again. So we've got some sort of museum, I think, if I remember correctly. There, we've got the Simpsons house. As soon as I saw it, I knew. There's Homer's. There's a little Easter egg in there. Really cool house here. I like that. I like this elevated start, but with a little bit of a sort of embellished bottom to it, an embellished foundation. Really cool idea. Extension conservatory on the side. I like that. I like that house. And then we've got the football pitch. Actually, more impressive than the current football pitch on our new city, because this was built by hand, every single block, and it's not an easy shape. It's almost like a Pringles shape, isn't it, the roof? And each block was built by hand. I love our new one. I love the shape better on our new. In fact, overall, out of the two, out of this one and our new one, I prefer our new one. But this one's just more impressive because it was built by hand. So if we go through here, we usually have a pig, I think, on there. The changing rooms, we won't bother looking at that though. But Zono FC, I don't think the scale's too bad. I think we're a little bit too short for the width. I think it's like a little sort of short and fat version of a football pitch, but it works. Yeah, it works. It's pretty cool. Nice little sort of roof on it. Maybe we should, on our football pitch, have like a mode. You know how we can change what the stadium is showing, so we can have football or monster track or whatever. We can change for a bunch of different Hogwarts thing. What if we have a mode that puts a roof on it as well? We could do that. We could do a roof on it. hot air balloons up in the sky as well. There's a lot going on at all the different levels on this world. You know, ground level and sky level and everything. Okay, so there's nothing else to look at there. What's this? This is the old original police station. This was inspired off, I think it was SimCity. When SimCity first came out, the newest SimCity, the terrible one, the bad game. This was the original police station that you start with. So we built that in here. Fuel station. Down there. I don't know what this is. This is some sort of... Oh, wrong side, whatever it is. Oh, it's the library. Yes, I remember now. Little custom library. Very cool. Very cool. Pretty sure there was a gym here. I'm sure there was a gym there. I might be wrong. It might be somewhere else. McDonald's down here. Different design to the McDonald's that we have in our new city. The new city one has a more modern looking McDonald's. At the time, this was the modern looking McDonald's. They were using sort of a red roof design and these sort of towers poking out. Nowadays, on these new ones, they have more modern looking square buildings, you know, with flat roofs. So it's actually strange how our two cities have captured the progression of McDonald's buildings. It's weird, and that's what the interiors in McDonald's were like. As you can see, very different to how they are now. Very, very cool, actually. That's quite interesting. Bowling. Really cool Tempin bowling. Little mini 3D model there. And I think this has got a full interior as well. Yep. Really, really cool. With the returns as well on them. I like it. Some arcade machines at the back there too. Not as good as the arcades machine in the mansion last episode, because there wasn't any comparators out, which I think make a huge difference. Little blue pool table, because that was the colour of the one in my local bowling alley. I don't think it is blue anymore. I think it's gone back to green again. But yeah, it doesn't matter. That's the fire station. We'll just get around there in a second. I've just sort of missed this row. There's another row of houses. We're going to have the same thing on the other side. If we were on the PC, I would just copy, rotate and paste. But we can't do that. Yeah, so we've got the fire station here. The little fire station logo. Really cool fire engine design there. I like it. With a flashing alarm going off there. No interior though on it, unfortunately. Still didn't like doing interiors back then, and I don't like doing them now. Old people's home. So this is inspired. I think this is inspired off the old person's home in the Sim. No, is it in the Sim? I know. I remember looking at a reference image for this as like inspiration from it. I think we're using the Springfield one for one part and then a real life one for another part. I don't know. We sort of had a mixture of inspiration. Blockos, which is Tesco's here in the UK. We just called it Blockos, but that's the sort of design that we had. It's a supermarket with the tills at the end. Boring interior. No point looking at that. Couple of little houses. I think this is meant to be a hotel, from what I remember. And then another sort of housing district over here. Yeah, I don't think I've missed anything anymore, have I? Nope, we've caught up. The Cathedral. Magnificent cathedral based off Salisbury Cathedral, if I remember correctly. I built this off camera, but I would do updates on it every episode. So like every episode that we'd log on, I'd just do a quick like show at the beginning. This is what we've done so far, because it took weeks to build. It took a really long time to build. There's a lot of detail in here. You know, we've got different layers of cobblestone and stone bricks and stuff. I like it. I think it's really, really cool. I probably, in all honesty, prefer this cathedral to our new one. I think this one's got a lot more layers to it, a lot more detail, a lot more peaks. You know, our new one is more of a... I don't know like what the difference is really, but ours just has the two square pillars at the front. I don't know if one's Roman and one's something else. I don't know. But this one just seems to be a lot more impressive looking. You know, the peaks have these sort of thick blocks, this embellishment on every single pier, and absolutely everywhere. You know, there's like a pier here, but with no wood behind it. It's just detail and embellishment. I think these are crosses in the middle as well. You know, they've got like little crosses throughout. Spires, tall spires. Yeah, I do think I prefer it. It's a lot bigger, mausoleums here, and there's a lot of graves around here. The whole area I think takes up more space than our new one, but it just looks phenomenal. I think there's 3 or 4 entrances into the place, but look at that. Hey, you can definitely see that this is the back side, and you're meant to view the building from over here, 100%. But yeah, really, really magnificent. I'm, to this day, impressed with this. I really, really like that. Let's head over this side because there isn't too much more over this way. We've got a modern hotel at the beginning, swimming pool, and a lot of seating area. We're very coastliney now. We've got the garage, a similar design, spanner with the tyre that we use on the new one. I actually forgot that we used that in this city, so that's actually a real coincidence, or buried deep inside my brain without knowing that we would use a similar logo here. But I think this had, really cool sort of T logo, custom one that we used for this city. And then auto mechanics at the back here. Anything like better or worse than the new city in here? I think I prefer my new one over this one. Yeah, I think I put the new one over this one. That one looks a little bit basic and simple in there. Okay, water purifying plant. Do we have one of these in the new city? Do we have a water purifying plant? We've got a little droplet logo on the front here. And a cow inside the... some animals inside the buildings. But yeah, so we've got like pipes running round, and then they're filtering it all out. It's running in here, look. Blah, 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 blah. And they're sucking it all out, putting it through the filters and stuff. Maybe that's something that I've forgotten about that we need to put in. And then we've got a sort of industry over here, or miniature industry. There's no road going to it again because I got bored of building roads all the time. But conveyor belts. Is it a conveyor belt? Yeah, I think it looks like a conveyor belt coming out of here. Silos and plumes, and should add some smoke coming out of those for sure. Using old spider webs. And a bus station there as well. That's not important though. The beach. We've got palm trees, volleyball. There's an oil... Oh, let's take a look at this oil rig because we're going to be building the new oil rig soon on the new world. So let's get some inspiration here while we're here. So we've got, like, I don't know if these are... The drill's usually in the middle. Yeah, see this... I would say was the drill that's going into the ground. So that's drilling away. I would say that these are then storage for the oil. I know I researched into it quite a lot at the time of building this. I actually went through and sort of found out how they sort of worked so we could get some sort of a realistic look. I think these might be purification or refinery, some things, or something like that. So these are just crates. Your normal storage crates on the back. Big old crane to be able to lift up supplies onto the oil rig. I don't know if we've got an interior on these. No, there's just sort of a floor in them, isn't there? Helicopter landing pad. Okay. I forgot that we would need something like that, but certainly yes. I would rather have some support, though, than it be floating there. That looks a little bit dodgy to me. But look, we'll try and remember the colours. We're using yellow and silver and greys, obviously. Red... I've always associated with oil rigs, so we'll be using a lot of red, incorporating that in. I forgot about the crates, and I forgot about these. Okay, that's actually really useful inspiration, that is. I've got another one of these jets that we've got above the airport. Another one over here. And this is what I want to build, like a mini yacht, a private yacht. We actually planned it out not too long ago on the planning episode. These are really cool little engines on the back. That's actually a really quite cool way to do engines. But yeah, I want to build one of these. I might do one this size, and I might do one a little bit bigger, but this has actually got a really cool interior. So let's check this out. Look, we've got iron frames have popped off, obviously. We've got the I don't know what you'd call it, pilot's room, driver's room. I don't know what a boat is when you're driving it from, but that's where you drive it anyway. A seating area, and then we can go upstairs to like a upstairs sort of balcony area. And then we can go downstairs to the living quarters. I'm trying to remember as much as I can, try and photograph everything with my brain. So we've got a kitchen down here and like a breakfast bar where you can eat your meals. Bunk beds. And I think that was storage at the front here. A little toilet out the back. It's quite cool. It's really quite quaint, but it looks really nice. I'm really happy with it. But this is the marina. So we've got all the boat parking spaces where we were meant to have like a boat like in different ones. But we didn't either get time or the series finished before that. And then really boring beach. This is why on our new beach we've got like rocks and different levels to the sand, because having just a flat sand like this doesn't make any sense. But it's just boring to look at. There's nothing there that catches your eye, you know, apart from the occasional rug and parasol or tree. So yeah, that's why we've got so many rocks and stuff on the new one, because it just makes it so much more impactful. Yeah, marina, fishy logo. Okay, what have we got down the front here? So we've got some more modern buildings now as we're getting closer towards the seafront. Really cool. Very happy. This is the house, the other subscriber house that we talked about at the beginning of the episode. So I think it is anyway. Yeah, I'm sure this is the subscriber built house. Done a good job on this one. Done a good job, yeah. A little bit of an unfinished interior, but I can't really complain about that. I am the interiorless man. Alright, we've got the gym. I knew I had a gym, so we've got outdoor swimming pool. And then you come, it's really cool. You enter the building on the sort of first floor instead of the ground floor. So you sign in with the Apple computers, Apple Macs. We've got a vending machine, so you get your candy after you've worked hard to lose all that weight. Big old weights machine, or weights to lift there, and your boxing. And then we can go up a level. Running machines. Lazy area. So if I went to the gym, that's what I would use the chair. And then down below we've got the rowing machines. Really cool idea there. Yeah, rowing machines. Again on this side. And then bathrooms and changing rooms. Awesome. Well, I don't think we've got a gym in the new city either. We might have. I can never remember everything that I build on the new city. It's such a vast world. 170 or nearly 180 episodes in now. I think you guys can forgive me if I miss a build or two. Ice hockey. This is again another quite popular video to this day. Looks really cool with a Zamboni. Did we ever build a Zamboni? I think I ever did. The comments section on the episode for this are just filled with people calling, letting me know it's called a Zamboni, because I could never remember what it was called. It's the vehicle that like cleans the ice and polishes the ice up. But in the episode I could never remember what it was called. So yeah, the entire comment section is just like Zamboni. It's a Zamboni. You mean a Zamboni? Need a bridge hooking up over to there. And this is the train station. Nice little train station in here, where we've got a couple of trains. Very, very cool interior here. I really like very Harry Potter-esque feel, you know, traditional pillars, brick, you know, old school, not a modern one, you know, proper old school train station, been around for years. Are these bathrooms? I would expect, yeah, they're bathrooms. I built a lot of bathrooms in this world. I was obsessed with them. Really cool clock as well. It's nice that you could do a clock big enough that we could get the buttons on. Yeah, double-sided as well. Very cool. The racetrack, definitely prefer our new one over this one. Our new one, I think, is a lot more impressive. We used this for inspiration, but I just think the new one looks better. I actually really like the flag designs, though. Maybe we can use that, and we can put a bunch of flags in the new one, and like have them, instead of in the middle like this, I was thinking about maybe on the new city, having them around the racetrack, like I don't know, from here, and you go bang, 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 on a corner. That could be pretty cool. I don't think I've got them on the new city anyway. Yeah, a load of trucks in the middle here, a load of different truck designs and sizes, European trucks. These are the kind of lorries that we have over here. And these are more sort of American style big rigs. A mix of them both. And then we've got the pits over there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I like it. I just like our new one better. I definitely think that, you know, our building skills are going in the correct direction. Really cool Apache helicopter on the top here. This is going to be fun to build. We'll definitely build this again when we get round to doing the military base on the new city. But it's just so cool. Like the big missiles at the top. Or I don't know if they're flares. I don't really know. And the guns on the bottom. It's just a really nice shape, though, helicopter. Really good build to this day. I'm impressed. I don't think I could do a better one than that. I don't think I could beat that. Electro power plant. These are better than the new city ones. These look a lot better. They took a lot longer to build, though. I think these are maybe a little... Yeah, they might be a better scale as well. I just generally prefer these ones to the new city ones. The new city ones have never sat right with me. I've never truly liked them. But these ones I always did like. I think the poles being thinner helps. I think the blades are a lot thinner on these old ones in comparison to the new ones that we've got. I might read that might convince me enough to redo the propellers or the whole thing on our new one, on our new city. Yeah. Well, I've looked at it long enough, so I should be able to take a screenshot from that and improve upon it. And then this is the electric power plant, where we generate our electric. Again, we don't actually have one of these on the new city either, that I can remember. So, you know, there's like, you know, the do not touches, they're all wired off, and arcs are always going off here, generating the power for the city. Need to have one of those, so we need a water purifying plant and one of those. Okay, it's cool that we're adding that kind of stuff. We've got over here, I think this is the old cinema, with a load of posters out the front. Are they toilets? Of course they are. I've got toilets in every building. And then we come around the side here. Hang on. Where does this go? That goes there. Oh, does this go to a projector room? Are you kidding me? No way. It says projector room, projecting onto the Oh no, that's sick. We need one in the new cinema. Oh my, there's so much stuff that we need to add to our new city. Like little touches like that's so cool. With a little spiral staircase going up to it. 100% needs to be added. Popcorn machines, slush machines. And then the cinema. That's so cool. I can't believe that I would forget something like that on the new city. Ah, okay. Definitely need to do... We might have to do an episode soon then on the new city where it's like a inspiration from the old city episode. And we just go through that. Casino, Lucky 13. And a little bit of a fun fair down here as well. So we've got a Ferris wheel, circus tent, the big beef roller coaster. That probably works as well. It might not because of the fence posts. Yeah, and then circus on the inside, trapeze and water splashy thing. Cool little build. Actually, a cool, really cool little tent, actually. Very, very happy with the angles that that tent has. I think, guys, that's it. I think that is the city. Oh, and jet skis as well. These are sick little things. Look. With little ice trail. So you sort of put an ice trail down. It looks like it's like disturbed the water. But yeah, really cool little jet ski design. Yeah, that's meant to have a clock on it. But they're the handles. Yeah, really cool. Alright guys, if you enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you missed the old city, hit that like button. That'll be interesting to see. If you haven't already, then feel free to subscribe. For the last time, I'm going to thank you guys for 100,000 subscribers. And here's to another 100,000 more, I suppose. We can only dream, can't we? I don't really know what to say. It's been an emotional trip. It's been a long trip. It's been a supportful trip. It's been pretty much a hateless trip. I've never, fortunately, had nasty experiences on YouTube. I've never been involved with drama. I've kept myself away from that. I've never got myself in trouble for any reason. I've just happily plodded along, and you guys have been more than happy to support that, which has been fantastic. I appreciate it a bunch. I hope you guys continue to support and continue to enjoy everything. What's this? Tiny little plane? Oh, it's a tiny little plane. Little trick plane. Yeah, I hope that you continue to support it, and I hope that I can keep you guys entertained for longer. See you guys next week or tomorrow for the back to the proper series, back to our normal series. Oh, what a time for it to start raining. Yeah, back to normal videos again, guys.